Hello, good day. Welcome to another segment of our newspaper review on Niger Watch. My name is Ima, reporting from Lagos, Nigeria. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to my Niger Watch family across the globe. How are you today? Thank you for joining in. Please do well to. Okay, how are you doing? How are you doing? How's the day going? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining in. I hope to those who are way ahead of us with the time, I hope your day is going just fine. And to those who are way ahead of, don't worry, your day is beautiful. You're coming up to make nice and good things today. All right, welcome to this broadcast. Please do well to like this broadcast, share, and invite someone onto the broadcast. Yes, please come and let us talk about what's happening in our country. Of course, Mr. Edolite. Mr. Edolite, it's good to have you back. How are you doing? And thank you for this donation. Thank you. What a way to start. Thank you. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, I look forward to your support today. Please do well to support by clicking on the dollar sign to the right on the comment section. Thank you very much. Justin Emmanuel. I was going to say my people to just you, Justin Emmanuel. Well, how are you doing? Good morning to you, Justin Emmanuel, and thank you for being on this broadcast. Welcome, Mr. Edelight. Thank you, and welcome to the broadcast. Asambovo, thank you so very much, and welcome to the broadcast. Thank you also to Mommy Diaspora. Thank you so very much, Mama Dearest. Mr. Edelight, God bless you. Thank you very much for the donation. Please do well to support us. Please do well support us. Do well support us even with your likes. Yes, even with your likes. So please, let's do well. Let's do right by each other today. Mr. Ishola Semota, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm okay. I'm bouncing. Thank you very much. Favor, Faith. I've been looking forward to reading from you, Favor. How are you doing today? Thank you for joining and good morning to you too. Welcome to the broadcast. Welcome to each and every one of you. And if I am yet to call your name, please say something. I would like to know you. I would like to meet you. Yes, so please come on into the comment section and say something to me. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the broadcast. On the comment section, I have posted the link. If you'd like to join, please. If you'd like to join the conversation, please do want to click on the link and you'll be in the studio with us. Thank you very much. But please, to the panelists, take out time to like the broadcast first before coming on board. Please, thank you very much. All right, we're going straight into the business of the day. I welcome each and every one of you again. Our first paper for today is the Punch. On here we have 2023 presidency. Tinubu Obi unfold economic restructuring agenda to North. APC LP candidates speak on restructuring, corruption, agriculture, power. I supported Atiku. It is payback time now. Let him endorse me, says ex-Lagos governor. And that is Bola Tinubu. Atiku Saraki party members film as thugs attack PDP Kaduna Zamfara rallies. And above the nameplate, we have NLNG short operations over flooding. Gas scarcity looms. Inflation hits 20.77% as food supply forex crisis worsen. Nigeria's debt risky, unsustainable. Clerks ask Buhari to release Kano Knox Malami. Immigration probes personnel over extortion at Lagos airport. 31 policemen dismissed for misconduct in 18 months. Ministerial retreat, Buhari backs Nigeria Air. Osinbajo laments forex wars. The picture, story we have there is from the ministerial retreat that happened recently. Tuition hike, protesting Ogun Poly students disrupt exams, demand reversal. Police arrests businessman over wife's death. Kogi gunmen kill worshippers during church service. Okay, so the story we'll start with the last story, and that has to do with the Kogi So let's take this story. Gunmen Sunday evening invaded a Celestial Church of Christ, Blood of Jesus Parish, Felele, in the outskirts of Lokoja, the Kogi state capital, killing two people and injuring several others. A witness said the gunmen, numbering about six, invaded the church at about 8 p.m. and just opened fire on the church members who are residing within the premises of the church, while many sustained bullet wounds. Excuse me. Okay, so it said that that's not even the first time that is happening. The attack is second, coming 3 weeks after New Life Gospel Church, Sariki Noma, a suburb of Lokoja, was attacked during a night vigil, injuring several worshippers while the bullets shattered the church windows. The Celestial Church Blood of Jesus Chapel is located behind the NNPC Mega Petrol Station in the Felele area of Lokoja. It was left that the remains of those shot have been deposited at the Federal Medical Center Lokoja, while the injured were said to be receiving treatment at the hospital. Okay, so that's the story of such gruesome act. Uh, I hope the security agents looks into this immediately before this becomes enough. When government are going into worship centers, are just opening bullets on people. I mean, these are things that you hear from afar, and now it's just right here at home. It's really bothersome. And the police are saying they are going to look into it. That it happened the first time. They're supposed to be on their toes already, and it's happening the second time, and they're coming out to casually say that they are going to look into it. They are going to look into it should not be what we should be hearing. Today is Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, and this happened on Sunday. Not just happening on Sunday, it happened 3 weeks back. No, it's the same Lokoja that is riddled with flood and such. Like, some people are not suffering from this already, or having enough already. Then they have to deal with gunmen, invading the church and shooting sporadically. All right, we move to the next story. Police arrest a Lagos businessman. All right, now there's a trendy story of there's a viral story, not trendy, viral story of a certain man known as Ikenna. Yeah, but he's also popularly known as IBD. They had the fracas that is at their Lekki home in Lagos. And there was a fire incident, and the wife lost her life. She was burnt by fire. Okay, so their story has it that, or there are even videos out there, materials out there online, that shows this woman using kerosene around the house. She was going to leave the husband, she was going to leave the husband, but she didn't want to leave empty-handed. They've been married for 16 years. She didn't want to leave empty-handed. The husband was not willing to give her anything, even though she demanded, according to the story. And she said, okay, she's not going to go with anything. She's not going to go with properties, of which she tried to get this out of the house, but she was not fast enough as he came back to meet her at it. And of course, was not going to let her go with the document. He took the house document from her. And now she said if he wasn't going to give her something, give her back the house document, she was going to burn down everything. That as I said, parting ways, they should, they should lose it all. So she was going to set everywhere ablaze, and still threatening the man, thinking, he would budge, give her the papers, or just ask what she wants so she can go. She ended up pouring the kerosene on her own self, in a bid to protest for what she wanted. But the guy was not having it. He was not interested. He had given up. Or he was not interested. And I think report has that he even told her, see, go and die if that is what you want to do. She lit the house, so the house already was on fire. She was, she was in the tussle. She was trying to get the house documents forcefully from the guy, and the guy, in a bid to refrain himself from all the hold and all that, pushed her off, and she went to the wall where the fire was already ravaging the curtain, and that's how she was on fire. Now, story has it that the guy did not bother to even save her. Now, this is the brother's recount. The brother happened to stay with them. Now, the guy did not that she had to take herself out of the fire and jump into the pool, shouting for help that they should take her to the nearest hospital. Now, that was the incident. Unfortunately, she didn't make it. And so now the police has apprehended the young man. Let's see how the case is unfolding. The family of the girl are demanding justice. Of course, the family of the boy too will be demanding justice. So let's see how the story goes. And what other story do we have here to take? Tinubu coming out to say that he allowed when he stepped down for Atiku and endorsed Atiku in 2007 when he wanted to come up for run for the office of the president of the presidency. So now he's asking that Atiku should do the same. Please put your mic on mute. Please put your mic on mute. If you don't come in, please do want to put your mic on mute. Thank you very much. So he's asking that Atiku reciprocates the gesture, the very kind gesture. Well, we all know that we should be expecting blabs and rants like this from the politicians this season. All right, I think that's as much story. So with the immigration, and now when you hear the story, people are always complaining. So online, a young lady tweeted and said that she had to pay the immigration service or the immigration officer 10,000 naira before her passport was stamped here in the international airport Ikeja. And because she went online, she called them out online, and the uh, the immigration boss has set up a probe, to check into it. But people are always coming out to say immigration, do this or do that. So why is this supposed to come up as a surprise to the MD? All right, let's see how that story also goes. I don't know if okay, well, let's just cut them some slack and say that these bosses they don't know what is happening, right? Okay, let's just say that. Let me not be too. Let's just agree that it doesn't, and hopefully, the truth this unveils, and this would help to expunge the bad eggs that are there in the immigration service. We'll move to another story that will be Daily Trust. On Daily Trust, we have at Nothing Elders Pali, I will champion indivisible, prosperous Nigeria, complete Mambila AKK Tinubu, North Nigeria's greatest asset. I will unlock Nigeria's potentials. And that's for Peter Obi. Obi detained me in 2013, says El Rufai. Article to Kaduna voters, I will end insecurity, revive industries. Nigeria's inflation rate hits new 17-year high of 20.77%. Troops kill 6 ISWAP fighters, repel attack on Zulu's hometown. Petrol scarcity lingers in Abuja as Lokoja gridlock persists. I have met yearnings of Nigerians, and that's from the President Buhari. Disabled girl who writes eats with legs seeks help. Court takes 3 witnesses on General Akali since 2018. All right, the president has come to fan his feathers again. To say that he has done so well, he has done well rather, and he has met the yearnings of Nigerians. He quoted, it's amazing how he included insecurity as part of the things that he has conquered in his regime. As other things like the economy. Oh dear! If you want to further know more of this, please pick up a copy of Daily Trust, and you have all the stories in there. I think we'll be moving to the next paper. We have more stories there. Yeah, this will be our last paper for today. So my amazing panelists, thank you and welcome to the broadcast. In a minute, we will dive right into submissions. And here we have done very well, says Buhari, claims government executed high-end, high-impact project, 3,800 kilometers of new roads built. And by the nameplate, we have prescription of pro-Biafra group. IPOB makes startling revelation of Malami's memo to Buhari. Obey court order, free candle, and that's from Clark. Gunmen kill 2, injure others in Kogi church. Federal government denies Atiku campaign rally venue in Kaduna. Northern President Atiku's comments, if true, threat to Nigeria, and that was from Wiki. Editors describe shutting of four broadcast stations by Zamfara government, threat to democracy. So we'll begin with the story. While the PDP had their campaign, and it was televised by the four broadcasting stations that has now been shut down. That's because the governor already said that they don't want campaigns or gatherings being held, so that such venue does not attract these bandits, the terrorists, for approaching or apprehending them and causing more mayhem. Why that sounds justifiable, but having to shut down as a punishment or as a penalty for going against the governor's order, he went on ahead to shut down for broadcasting station. Well, that's for you to share your take on that. Now, moving on to the Northern Presidency statement by Wike. The People's Democratic Party has accused. Oh no, that's another thing. Excuse me. Excuse me. All right, but Wiki has come out to say that if truly River State Governor Wiki has expressed mixed feelings over comments credited to the presidential candidate of People's Democratic Party (PDP) Atiku Abubakar, that what the North needs is a Northerner, not an Igbo or Yoruba person as next president of Nigeria. He said such statements, if true, was a threat to the unity of Nigeria at a time efforts should be concerted in giving every Nigerian a sense of belonging. And now he's saying that PDP needs to apologize to Nigerians for saying such comment. I saying if truly that Atiku said that, then Atiku is a threat to Nigeria. Okay. What other story do we have there to take? Yes, the Atiku rally. So PDP got the space that they intended to use for their rally. But they're even coming out to accuse. Now, there's this thing going on in the north, like in Zamfara. This happened when they said the People's Democratic Party were campaigning as these Th.Ugs that they boldly come out to allege that were sent by the APC, right? That they sent them to come and cause disarray at their peaceful campaign rally. One person died from that mayhem, while 18 others were left injured and on admission at the hospital. And same thing is said to have happened at Kaduna. And now they have come out to lay even stronger accusations on these people regarding the lease of space. So they wanted to use a space and it was given to them, but the day that they were supposed to use the space for their campaign rally, the license was revoked from them and they had to look for another space immediately. And they are saying that the APC are doing everything possible to frustrate their campaigns. Well, it looks like we are going to be having one very interesting and you just don't know what to expect in this campaign. I guess people are already calling and asking, why is the federal government, why are they refusing to obey the court order? And well, maybe this is why. Maybe this will give people an understanding why they say that Buhari is, the most powerful president in the world. Welcome if you're just joining us. Welcome to our newspaper review on Niger Watch. Welcome. Please do also like this broadcast, share, and invite someone onto the broadcast. To my amazing panelists, welcome, Mr. Makavani. I know that you are doing very well. Please take it away with your submission.
Thank you, Ms. Iman. Good morning to every one of you and to all the concerned citizens. And thank you for having me on the show today. I just listened to the newspaper review. It's very, very funny. The first statement that I hear was the flag bearer of the APC presidential candidate said he has thrown his support before to the flag bearer of the People's Democratic Party. So it's time for him to reciprocate. That really drew my line to Nigerians to understand the language that these people are using. So is this presidential seat kind of hereditary? Is it a hierarchy that if you do for me and now it is my turn, so everybody should support me? No, this is based in a democratic system like what we have in Nigeria, that anyone who is qualified to go into that place must show us his competency, and it should be duly elected by the electorate. So what these people are telling us is just that it's not made for anyone, it's made for us, the elite. So I have done for this person, I have done for this person, so it's my time to rule. Why must he kind of language? So it is very bad for us now to start learning from these people. We want to change this thing. We want to make sure that we have proper check on the people we put in there and we hold them accountable. That is what Nigeria needs now. And Nigerians should wake up and listen to their statement and hold them for it. We cannot give these people a chance. On the other side of Atiku, calling the Nigeria, dividing us with his rhetoric. But this is why I came yesterday to say it annoys me to call yourself a Pan-African and you are telling the Nigerians, because they ask you a question, what would you do for the Northerners if elected? You should come out and say, what will you do for the Nigerians? That should be your question to them. Because you are not the only person representing Nigeria. But because he wants to weaponize his base or give them that sense that, oh, they are the kingmaker. He said they don't want an Igbo president or they don't want a Yoruba president. That is divisive. But my question is, where is INEC on this issue? Because the other day, because of the way the OB movement were angry and they want to change, they started doing rally. These two political parties was calling them a threat and told INEC to warn them. INEC came out with a statement, we need to be talking based on quality. We need to be talking to our candidate. We need to ask them questions. Issues should not be based on ethnicity, divisions and stuff like that. Now, what is Atiku doing? Have you come out with a statement now? This is one thing Nigerians should ask them. We are not fools. Nigerians, we need a credible person. As we say, we do not care if the cat is black or white, as far as it can catch its mice. But the mice that we want the cat to catch is the cat to have a credibility. It must have the hope that Nigeria is going to work for us all, not for his own pocket. And it must be elected by Nigerians, not certain few. This is what we want as Nigerians. And this is what I urge everyone. So until those, for the one of Buhari saying that he has done well for the nation, Oga, I think you should go and check back. Did you hear about the interest rate? So where have you done well? If you have done well, where are we? What are we saying now that Nigeria, we are not swimming in the ocean? You said you built Kaduna, you built the railway. Where did they kidnap people? So what have been done in that? So in every sector you want to talk about that this administration has laid their hands on has totally been useless. It has nothing that it has rendered for the Nigerians. It has always been from bad, from top to bottom, bad to worse. Yes.
Not even one.
Sorry?
Not even one thing that you can point out to.
Is there anything you can point out? Tell me. Security, 0. Education, 0. Economy, 0. Infrastructure, 0. Road, are you going to talk about the road, the transport? 0. So tell me anything that you want. Oh, you want to talk about the election? So it means that you were not elected in a democratic way. Now you want to give us in a democratic way. We are not fools. This is the thing. They should not come and give us
cock and bull stories. You see, this is the point I always tell you here. Their indoctrination that they use in capturing Nigerians, our eyes don't open up. We, instead of we giving them that indoctrination, we will lecture them. That is what they call education. So if they're telling us they've done well, we'll start giving them, Oga, where did you work? Where did you do well? Did you hear about the interest rate? Oga, na zero. Education, and now they start school after 8 months. You were negotiating. You are 2 months, less than 5 months for you to leave office. Are you winning or you are losing? It's zero. You want to talk about the economy. The economy has gone from top to bottom. Zero, nothing.
Move on to some
So
other
what are we
person.
going to talk about? So I just think that Nigerians should wake up now because it's actually knocking on our doorsteps. We must open our eyes and don't listen to this rhetoric that these people is using. Go and look at Ahmed Bola Tinubu speaking yesterday at the Arewa. It makes you laugh. Is these people that are going to rule us that don't even have a policy? It's just looking at it, talking to us as if we are just bunch of chickens. It's very insulting. Look at the way he was talking. His body language, you can see that he wasn't ready. The person ready was already at the back of the corner. Even the Northerners were even looking at him like, what is this guy saying?
Right, Mrs.
So the
Machiavelli.
rest is for Nigerians to, understand the whole fact and bring us a good leader. That is what I urge them to do. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kennedy. How are you doing today, sir? Welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you very much. I'm doing okay. I'm sorry my voice is not very good because it's cold. Cold has started here. But anyway, let me extend my greetings to you all, co-panelists and viewers all over the world. Buhari said he has done well for Nigerians. It depends on what he meant by having done well. Probably he's speaking to a section of the country. Probably his agenda, his hidden agenda, is where he has done well. For we Nigerians, the normal patriotic Nigerians, he has basically done nothing for Nigerians. And his statement is contradicting what Tinubu has said. Tinubu said he's going to take us from the rotten state to a bad state, which means Buhari has given us a rotten state. So that is very, very contradicting. If he's saying he has done well, he should ask Tinubu to clarify what he meant by rotten, from rotten to bad. So it's very strange the way these people are talking. Buhari is just, for me, I don't even care about what he says anymore, because I think the man is, I don't want to use some strong languages. I think he's not in his proper or whatever, because what he says contradicts what is on the ground. But having said that, the Kogi shooting, you see, about 5 months to the election, there's still shooting here and there, and the security agencies cannot tell us who are these shootings. These people shooting, they are not spirit. They came through the roads, or they use some kind of mobility. So why is it that they are not being caught? Why is it that they are not being caught even on their tracks before they get to where the shooting took place? And after the shooting, why is it that they are not being arrested? So it's still the same circle of violence uh, going around, and nobody is able to nip in the bud. I don't know. Please, Buhari, just quickly get over your tenure and leave us in peace. Yeah, Atiku has, you see these Nigerians. I don't know what is going on. For people to label Atiku a unifier, I don't even know how he got that name, unifier. This is the person that is disorganizing the whole country right now. From the statement he made, is trying to sensitize the North on why the North should accept only a Northern candidate, and he said an average Northerner wants a Northerner as a president. So this is a presidential candidate of a party, of a leading party in Nigeria, asking a section of the country to vote for him, that he's the only person that is needed by the whole country. It is strange the way these people can just get up and they don't even know the implication, or even if they know the implication, they think they are untouchable, that nobody can touch them. They are all the same. Both Atiku and Tinubu. Tinubu is asking Atiku to step down for him as if they belong to the same party. Why would Atiku step down for you? Because you stepped down for him in 2007, he should not step down for you in 2023. So I don't know what these people what they have in mind. So they are all the same. They're doing the same. So that is what I have for today. I don't have much to say about it because my voice is not very good. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Kennedy. I wish you speedy recovery on that.
Thank you.
Thank you for. All right, so if you're just joining in, welcome to our newspaper review. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please do want to like this broadcast, share and invite someone onto the broadcast, and also do want to support us by clicking on the dollar sign to the right on the comment section. Thank you very much. Mr. Van Maxwell, how are you doing today?
Thank you so much, Sister Emma. Good morning to you. Good morning to my co-panelists and people all over the world. I would like to speak on what the president is doing, hitting his chest that he has delivered for Nigerians. Yes, Nigerians can afford to smile because when he was coming in 2015, he promised to make $1 to $1. Nigeria can as well because he has done it now. Today, Nigerians are exchanging $1 to for $1. Nigeria can also celebrate the security, the security of lives and property that he has managed to do for Nigerians. Nigeria can also clap for him for that. Nigeria will also clap for him that under his watch, yes, they will be happy, or that under his watch, over 700,000 barrels of crude oil is lost per day. So much hundreds of millions of dollars is lost, through oil theft in Nigeria as a minister. Yes, Nigerians can clap for him. Yeah, he has done well. Nigeria will also say, yes, he had taught Nigerians what nepotism is. That he has, surrounded himself with those from his own ethnic group is something that can be celebrated. In fact, I am telling Nigerians that you are the problem of yourself. These people came in 2015 with lofty promises. Those lofty promises have become lies today in the face of the world, the face of Nigerians, and the face of the unborn generation that are going to come in Nigeria. That is what is going on. And we will sit down here, somebody will wake up and tell you it is because of the Nigerians' ineptitude that has made people to take them for a ride. You can see them. People are making ethnic-based statements all over the place, hitting up the policy. I listened to Ahmed Dati. Is it Ahmed Dati when he was, asking Peter Obi yesterday, I think in Kaduna, what North will benefit from his leadership if he becomes the president? That is the question I would have loved, just like Machiavelli said. What will you do for Nigerians? I do not know when Nigerian presidency has turned to ethnic, basis. That if you don't tell us what you are going to benefit from your leadership, we will not vote for you.
Sorry, Vice Maswell. Sorry, it's not Ahmed Dati, please. Ahmed Dati is the vice presidential candidate, but his name is Ahmed.
Yusuf,
I forgot. Yeah.
Yusuf, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, Shehu Dati, right?
Yes, Shehu Ahmed. I think Shehu Ahmed. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that correction. God bless you, sir. You see, these are some of the things. How can you make such statements? What would the Yoruba benefit? What would the Igbos benefit? Have you taken into consideration the minority ethnic groups that are in Nigeria? Why can't you speak on issue base to make Nigeria? If Nigeria is good today, it's going to benefit everybody in that country, irrespective of your tribe or where you come from. That is why I'm telling you that Nigeria, with this kind of statements, with this kind of utterances coming out from the people that's supposed to know better, Nigeria is not ready to move forward. That is my own opinion. And I would like to use this opportunity to correct something yesterday that Evans said. and my sister Bella Naomi. I would like to tell you today, Evans said that he is a retired assistant commissioner of police. Yes, I know. They are part of the paramilitary system in Nigeria, forces in Nigeria. Look, the day I decided to join the army, it was a voluntary decision that I made. It was pure voluntary. And that is why if you run an award today, maybe you try to retire because of what you are seeing, and they refuse you to retire without hitting the retirement age of 15 years in active service. You go on a wall. Nobody is coming to look for you. This is what it is. That is how it is in the army. And if you feel that what you are seeing is not what you expected, you can put in for what they call voluntary discharge. Do not allow anybody to begin to tell you, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. The reason why you see yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir to others is because for the time being, army has been recruiting people without the knowledge of English language and people that cannot express themselves in an understandable way. So they take everything they tell them to do. They ask them to do, they do it. That is what Fela says, zombieism. So that is how it is. The army is not a compulsory job. You can retire voluntarily anytime you want. Do not allow anybody to hide behind oath of allegiance to begin to perpetuate evil on the innocent Nigerians. That is my point. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much. All right. Welcome if you're just joining us on our newspaper review. Please do well to like this broadcast as you follow through. Thank you. Mr. Pansat, it's always good to have you on the broadcast. How are you doing today, sir?
I am doing very well. Thank you very, very much.
All right, so broadcast.
Thank you. And hello to fellow panelists. That's a kind of hissing sound that I'm here. Yeah, that's interfering with my ears. I don't know where that's coming from. But this is a loaded panel. My favorite panelists are on here, and their oratory is what I want to enjoy today. But it looks like we're irked by Buhari's boast. I don't blame him because we Nigerians, we tend to have very, very short memory. It's commonplace in many countries. But if you know this Buhari and his history, the first time that he came to power, and in 1983, as a military thug, this man even he introduced a couple of decrees. One of them is decree number 4, which is very dreaded. He used it to deal with journalists. He used it to jail Fela Ransom Kuti and Fela Nicola Kuti, who he accused of bringing in some currency into the country. And Amnesty International ruled that to be politically motivated. And so many people were killed under him. And I mean, he ruined the country. Since then, he's been very active in destroying our country. So, yeah, he could boast because Nigerians are very lucky because the election of that man was a very wicked act by Nigerians. All the Nigerians who brought Buhari into power, it's your wickedness that we're living today. He's never been any good since his military days. But it looks like he's taking off his knee on our necks a little bit. So he feels emboldened to make that kind of comment. Because if you want to recall what he did in the first part of, since he came in 2015, because I'm trying to remind us, because we're very quick to forget, he's done a lot to journalists, including Showere and so many others. He's tried to take our land in what they call Roga. He's using the SSS to harass and kill so many people, jail so many people. He does not respect the courts. He does not believe in separation of powers. We have to remember these things. It's not whether he, because he likes to direct our conversation to be about, did he build roads? Did he improve the economy? Did he, try to compete with other normal, regular presidents or heads of state? Don't forget, he is, as far as I'm concerned, it's not, that is not the rubric to judge him. We just want him to go. It's not whether he's improved the economy. That's not the way I'm judging Buhari. I'm going, nobody got killed. He didn't disrupt the assembly. I mean, remember the way he removed the Chief Justice Onagen from Onagen, or whatever you pronounce that, our Chief Justice, illegally. And look at what he's doing with when we had at least something similar to a normal Senate. He went in there, arrested some of them, rigged them out of office, and put in a rubber stamp. This guy that INEC has been able to remove from the ballot this coming year, the current president of the Senate, a rubber stamp. These are dangerous things. That's dealt Nigeria a big blow. He could borrow us much money because if you don't have checks and balances, right? There is something Oyibo that they call them senkwano. If you're going to do democracy, you have to have checks and balances. It's a required thing. It's a senkwano. So he is able to toy with us. So I'm not judging him by, did he improve the economy with his boasts, because he wants to distract our attention. In Nigeria today, many communities are currently flooded. Over 600 have been killed. 800,000 displaced. 45,000 houses destroyed. Over 70,000 hectares of land ruined. And so this is just recently, natural disaster. What is he helping anybody? The National Assembly operating the way they're supposed to operate? Is he listening to the courts? The court released Nnamdi Kanu and discharged him from extraordinary rendition and admonished the government. He's monkeying around with it. He doesn't believe in the courts. These are the kind of things that make me say there is no need to start judging him if he's done very well, if kept his promises. Somebody mentioned the $1 to $1 promise that he made, and things like that. So no, he has to go. We just have our hope now in a new Nigeria come early next year. But let me conclude by saying that I'm afraid. I know there's a lot of people on this panel, and I'd like to hear from them. So let me just quickly say that I'm appealing to Nigerians, no matter what they bring, fire, whatever they bring, we have to take our country back. You could see it coming together with the Rufai, who admitted that he has the power to command a mechanized division in Kaduna. He has the power to order the DSS and the police and other many actors to jail, kidnap a presidential candidate. If you recall, he also said one time that election monitoring bodies can go home in body bags. If you remember, in December 2015, he ordered this mechanized division to go against his religious nemesis, the Shiites. And in front of our eyes, it's on YouTube, you could Google it. He shot and massacred over 1,000 of our fellow citizens and buried them in mass graves. So I'm saying we should prepare. I don't think he should get away with it. Since now he's confessed that he's a commander of this armored division. It's a confession. So he has to be held responsible. Immunity or no immunity. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's not an armored division. It's one mechanized infantry division, Kaduna, Kawo Staff, Kaduna.
Thank you very much for correcting me. And by the way, thank you for your service, Mr. Van Maxwell. You are a very big asset for this forum to be able to educate on this. But Emma, let me make your job easier by stopping right here and have you go to the next panelist. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Panelists, endeavor to put your mic on mute. All right, talking about panelists. Now, Bella, I see you, but please, you need to connect your mic and your cam. That way I can accept you. So please exit, try again, but give permission to your cam and your mic, to your camera and your mic, please. And Bella, thank you very much. Okay, we'll move to the next panelist. We have Mr. Collins. Hi, Mr. Collins. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Sister Ma, and good morning, Nigerians, and good morning, my fellow panelists. Sorry for yesterday, I couldn't be able to make it to the chat yesterday. I got a message, so I have to run along, you understand? So that's the reason I couldn't make it yesterday. Everybody that have said something about the paper review this morning, I think they have all made a good point. You know, I just want to take something about. I just want to comment on what Buhari said, that he have achieved a lot. Maybe for him, looking at meet the target of maybe what he expected Nigeria. Maybe he wants to do for Nigeria. I think Buhari regime has been the greatest mistake that Nigeria have ever made. You know, electing Buhari. And if we are not careful, we are going to make that the same mistake again. So what am I saying? In every area, there is no improvement in this administration. Are you talking about education? Are you talking about health sector? Are you talking about economy? Are you talking about... There is nothing that is functioning in this Buhari regime. So if anybody that is comfortable with what the present regime is doing, I think that person is living outside Nigeria. No, they just remove politics away. They just remove whatever we feel or whatever allegiance we have to any party. They just speak as say Nigeria. You know, this regime have affected people in different ways. Are we talking about the killings that's happened in Nigeria? The number of corruption, kidnappings every day. Are we talking about the cost living in Nigeria? People can't even buy a pure water. Pure water now is a sachet of 20 naira. Some say 30 naira. So are we talking about everything in Nigeria is changing? The electricity bill, everything. Are we talking about our money? There is no value again. I remember back in days, even if I left to Nigeria, if I want to go to Lagos, from east to Lagos, you enter the Young or you enter God is Good, even with the new bus car, you pay 3,000. That is a brand new bus car. You know then. But now you can't even make that journey. Even people even enjoy traveling by the road because it's very easy, you know. But now you can't even travel by the road. You can't even travel by train. You can't even travel even in the flight as well. People, because you saw what happened, people banditry attacking people in airport. There is no save in Nigeria. So if that government can just own it, I'm ashamed that people, even for them to announce that, and some people in that place are clapping. That shows you how these politicians have been deceiving their citizens. Because if a president, a Buhari regime can go scot-free and nobody is holding them accountable, I think that shows you the level of Nigeria is where we are now. Because nobody is questioning Buhari administration. Nobody is even holding them. By now, Buhari and his team supposed to be arrested and locked because they have committed offense, as in they have committed offense that nobody have ever committed before. They have brought calamity to the Nigerian state. As in the country have messed up everywhere. Are we talking about the unity? The unity is no longer there again. I was discussing with my friend a few days ago. The guy is from Kogi State. I said, guy, do you know that if it happens to be now, I don't think I will serve in Kebbi because I won't be able to meet somebody like you. Because I won't go to Kebbi to serve. But then I have to go to Kebbi because Nigeria was peaceful then. But now I can't. Nobody even want to go to any part of the world, any part of the Nigeria again, unless you are posting your state or an area that you are comfortable with. So that is the area we find ourselves. So I am even people campaigning for APC and PDP. Even for PDP, I can even, okay, let me just say, for APC, they don't even have anything to say. Even Tinubu, and if you see whenever they come, they try to discredit Buhari, maybe say Buhari is not what Tinubu is going to do. If any party that wants to move on, let me use it as a Democrat is in America or Republican is, you have to key with that party alliance. You can't be diverted from your own ideas. So if Tinubu have a very good idea, he should be sharing with Buhari because he have inspiration to come and say, brother, you have to do well because you're doing well. It will give me an upper hand for me to win an election. So if Tinubu is not saying that he's not even adding to that policy, that APC caucus or whatever, that means Tinubu himself is also a failure. So for me, I don't want to say too much about all the whole thing, you know. So it's just painful watching what is happening in Nigeria and looking at people coming out on television, national television, to defend Buhari administration. Well, I just want to hang it there. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that, Mr. Collins, and welcome to the broadcast. Then, we're still in the business of familiarizing you with the recently added features on our YouTube channel. The super thanks, ladies and gentlemen. Please do want to engage this option. It is for those that are watching the replay. You have an opportunity to support us. Please do want to support us on every broadcast. Thank you. And to my panelists, to the ones watching right now, please take out time to support us. Take out time to support us by clicking on the dollar sign to the right. Take out time to support us, please. Thank you very much. We'll move on quickly to the next person. We have Mr. Chibuzo. Mr. Chibuzo, please, you have 2 minutes to give your submission.
Hello, how are you, Emma?
Thank you, sir.
Good day, everybody listening. Good day, the panelists. Just give me a little bit highlight on the issue because I was not, concentrating much. Please.
Okay, we've got a variety. I think what we are talking now is that the president saying he has done very well for Nigeria, for Nigerians.
Oh, okay. No, okay, I get it. Oh, okay. No, Buhari have done very well, very, very well, and everybody can see that he have done very well because at least he bring banditry for us, which is good, and everybody is feeling it. You know, he bring what they call kidnapping for us, which is good. He bring fuel scarcity, pipeline banditry in the pipeline sector, which he's a commander-in-chief in that area. Actually, he's supposed to get arrested immediately. Nigerian people must arrest that man because he is the engineer of all the stolen oil in Nigeria because he's the Minister of Petroleum. So whatever is happening in Nigeria today, which is the bad part of it is he have make Nigeria today became a failed state, which everybody knows. It's not a new thing anymore. Buhari, as one of my brothers just said there, look at his history from 1983 when he took power, or 1984 when he succeeded a coup. He never meant well for Nigeria. And this is where people did not know his history and they put him in power. These are people who doesn't mean well for Nigeria. Nigeria is not moving forward. Nigeria is not producing. Nigeria is not even consuming itself. We can't even consume because we don't even have to consume. So this Buhari regime have bring Nigeria into their knees. There is nothing good about this leadership. And Tinubu coming to succeed him currently again. Tinubu is fatigued, old, nothing to offer the young generation. I think if any of us here listen to his speech when they have a conference in Kaduna last, I think yesterday or some days ago, when you look at him, the way he speaks, he will be speaking, you can see that the guy have lost all the energy to stand. So any person who are campaigning for this Tinubu and At.Tac.K, these people are just wasting their vote. like I mentioned last time, I said any person who wants to sell their full vote actually must sell their vote for 10 million naira or 5 million naira. Know that when you sell your vote, you know what you are selling it for. Whether you are selling it for P2B or you are selling it for Atiku or Tinubu. Those who want to sell their vote. But today, I hope P2B was on that conference. He make references and he makes sure that people in the North understand him, though a lot of people are still turning blind eye. Last night we spoke to, I think Farouk or something, I don't know his name. You can see from his speech that these people have caged the Northerners for very long time. They need a savior to come and save the North. That is why the institution of Alamajiri has been their priority. Can somebody become somebody through Alamajiri school? The answer is no. But these are tools these people are using to destabilize Nigeria, which Buhari engineered. So the leadership of Buhari have failed Nigerians, and Nigerians must understand this. The APC leadership have failed Nigerians. Nigerians must understand that we have, this leadership have failed. Hello?
Yes, all right.
Oh, okay. Right. So look at the flaw that is happening in Nigeria today. There is no attention to all these flaws. No idea to save the people who need this help the most. 600 and something people died. Even in Ukraine, people never die like that. But in Nigeria, where there is no war, just common flood, common water you drink and be healthy is what is killing us. And we don't even find a solution how to treat all this matter. You know, Emma, this is the time I told you that anytime we come to this platform, let us discuss how to fix Nigeria. Nigeria have a lot of potholes, a lot of bullet wounds. So we need a doctor. Nigeria is sick. And if you vote for Tinubu, which is sick, you know the answer. We need a doctor, a professional doctor to fix Nigeria. Please.
All right, Mr.
So please, Emma, anytime we come to this platform, let us speak how to fix the problem of Nigeria. We have a lot of intellectuals. These people in this parliament, in this communication unit, we are this platform. These are important people. These are intellectuals. They left Nigeria for greener pasture. You know, so let us find a solution to fix Nigeria, put Nigeria in the right map. It's high time. We have found out that Nigeria have derailed. The kind of politics we are playing in Nigeria is the Afghan mirror of politics. Afghanistan mirror of politics. That is the kind of politics we are playing in Nigeria. We need a proper doctor to heal Nigeria. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that, Mr. Chibuzo, and thank you for being on the broadcast. Now, this is a public service announcement. Please, if you took out time to go through the rigorous process of registering for your voter's card, please take out time to go collect your PVC. PVCs are out and they're in distribution. Please locate the center nearest to you, locate your center and go get your PVC. All of this, everything will come to nothing if you don't collect your card and vote on that day. Not the process, it is not the 1 million, 5 million man work, it is none of this. It is not having your principal supporting, it is more of the action taking place on that day. So please take out time to go get your PVC. Please take out time to go get your PVC. It is as important. That's the most important part of all of the process, all of these submissions, all of this talk. So please do well to have your PVC and deal with you. Thank you very much. All right, we'll move to the next person. And on here we have Mr. NCVD. Hi, Mr. NCVD. How are you doing?
Hello.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you, Sister Ima. Good afternoon. I think morning over there from everybody.
Yeah, it's morning over here.
Yeah. So thank you so much. Well, I don't know what to. I think most of the people have said quite a lot, and they are right. In fact, everyone has spoken well, and the thing is that these people are still playing the old politics, the old corrupt, sick politics that has brought us to where we are right now. They are still using. Unfortunately, they don't know that a lot of people, maybe not everyone, uh, are speedily moving out of that mentality. That's why you find someone like Tinubu will come out and just say anything and hoping that at the end of the day, okay, how do you stand in front of people and say that that you don't know Tinubu, you don't know Atiku, you don't know Obi, that make sure you give me 95% of the vote? That you don't know those people. In which where is it done? Is that how they campaign in any other place, even in Africa? Make sure you give me 95. You don't know those people. That is that those statements are the kind of statement that in a proper society they can even be arrested or detained and investigated, because that is like instigating tribal or ethnic division that can even lead to some very serious events, some very dangerous events happening. So you don't start towing that line of um, tribal tension. Then you have someone like Atiku, what he said. You heard what he said. Everybody heard. His man Dino Melaye is coming out saying that they edited his voice. So you begin to wonder which part of his voice did they edit. So this is just the problem that we are having. People like all this Dino Melaye, Merano, Mokri, and so on and so forth. Those are the main problem that we have. Those are the major problem. Not just them. I'm just using them as like the face, but people with that mentality of stomach infrastructure fighting for what they can get, without they don't even care about their people. They don't care about the security of life or whatever. The only thing that these people care about is what they can get, how they can escape poverty. Because it's just a poverty mentality if you look at it. You might say that they are rich, it's not about poverty. No, it's poverty mentality. They still want more. These people, some of them have property, even properties. But that poverty mentality is so deep rooted in them, they don't even realize that they are already living as rich men. So that what they are doing is just constantly fighting for their stomach. And that's the problem. That's the problem affecting Nigeria. That's the problem. It's not just these two people, including people that some of us here know, even some of our relatives. That's the problem that we are facing. People fighting for their stomach, looking for their own pockets. Then before you know, they don't even care if the danger will befall their own direct family member. They don't care. So that's the mentality we need to change. As much as we are pointing hands to these corrupt, old, and some of them satanic politicians, we need to understand that the people with this kind of mentality that is clapping hands. When Atiku made those speech, when Tinubu said that in Ekiti, didn't you see people screaming? Those are the people. That is the mentality that we need to change. There was this, I don't know if it's a comedy or whatever. Somebody was asked, a lady was asked, you know, that why will she vote? What will she use to vote? I don't know if it's suffering of Nigeria that has affected her reasoning at that point. The thing that came out of her mouth is they asked her, what will you use to vote? She said it's APC. Instead of, she wanted to say PVC. From APC, how is APC and PVC, aligning to each other? you know. So it's just quite unfortunate. It's sad. It's very sad, and well, we are hoping that things will change. We're hoping that things will change. Somebody said that Buhari said he has done well, something like that. He has done well for Nigeria. But unfortunately, there's this. I don't know if we follow someone like Tunde Edno. There's something he posted about a man, I think from Roots TV, that was really saying a lot, giving analysis of all the things that have gone wrong under this, administration. Then when you listen just halfway of what he's saying, of what the man was saying, giving figures and accurate statistics, facts, and everything, you will be like, and people are still in the same country going about their normal business as if nothing is happening. The reason why they can continue saying these things without even fear is because they feel like they already know the psychology of the people. At the end of the day, they will invite 2, 3 people and give them one small Ghana must go. Now that the naira is, I don't know how, one naira to how many $100. What they will do, maybe from one bank Ghana must go, they'll change to 2 Ghana must go. They'll just share to these people, all those small money. Then before you know, these people will go to their community and call 3, 4 people, then give them their own cut. Before you know, those 3, 4 people will go and give people 1,000. And this is how they keep on enslaving and oppressing our people. But no matter how much we cry, no matter what we complain, it will always start from the people. And this mentality of fighting for your own stomach is what has brought us here, and we need to change it. So thank you. Let me stop there for now.
All right, thank you very much for that, Mr. NCVD. Thank you to each and every one of you on this broadcast. Bosse Adebayo, I see you. Thank you, and thank you for your submissions. Keep it coming in. My pastors HD Bella Naomi, thank you for being here. Alexander Gomez, thank you for being here. Thank you for your donation. God bless you. Thank you so very much. We also have, of course, Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much for being on this broadcast with us. Mommy Diaspora. Michael Okere, how are you doing? It's good to have you on this broadcast. A big shout out to Osagovo. Thank you for being on this broadcast. And yes, Mr. Edo Light, it's good to have you back. It's good to have you back. Thank you for being on this broadcast. To my amazing panelists, I say big thank you to each and every one of you. A very big thank you. Thank you. We'll take this last comment from before we move to our final submission. Mr. Charles. Mr. Charles, how are you doing? I'm sorry to those trying to get in. We have come to the close of our newspaper review. I'm sorry I can't take any more presents into the studio. So please, let's do this tomorrow. But Mr. Charles, how are you doing today?
I'm very well, Mrs. Emma. How are you too?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, I've been listening for a while now. Honestly, if Buhari say he has done well, let's say he has done well, because if Buhari government has not come to power, maybe Nigeria wouldn't have realized that they have been making mistakes. Buhari coming to power, he took an oath of office on how he protect life and properties, and he look at himself today. If he has protected life and properties in Nigeria, well, he has done well. I don't blame him. I cannot blame him. Don't let people, like one of the panelists say here, people don't go back to history. If they have done that, they will know that Buhari has never had any good intention for Nigeria. Even this Tinubu and Atiku, we all can see what Tinubu just wanted, just to be president of Nigeria, nothing else. He's not coming for anything, just for his name to be written, former president of Nigeria. The same thing to Atiku. None of them has any good intention for Nigeria. Tinubu make sure that Buhari become president because he is desperate. Like I always say here, yeah, during Goodluck Jonathan, there was a lot of corruption, but it wasn't very bad that they used to gang up against him. But Tinubu and his cliques, they gang up against him because they thought Goodluck Jonathan have sidelined the Yoruba, nothing else. That guy had never done anything evil against, but because he thought, oh, he has sidelined them, he went and team up with the Fulanis who need power by all means to make sure that because Goodluck took over from Yaradua. Even not that, I don't think that guy has done worse than anybody has done. But I pray that Nigerians, their eyes will be open to know and to make good decisions and good choice. It's not all about somebody who come to the like they went to Ariwa House for that conference and make all manner of statements. We've seen Tinubu with his statement. We've seen Atiku. We all have seen Chipchitobi. I pray that Nigerians will make a right choice and forget about tribalism, ethnicity, and look at what is happening in Nigeria today. Who will solve the Nigerian problem? Who has Nigerians at heart? Who the pen of Nigerians, who is feeling it? The electricity we don't have, the insecurity, the roads, and the flood that have claimed a lot of people's life that there is no solution. Every year, this thing, the flood will claim people's life. Every year up to today, there have been no solution. And there are people in government, there are people who are managing this company called Nigeria, and they have no solution to all these problems. The people are being kidnapped every day. They have no solution for it. Bandits, kidnappers, Boko Haram will kidnap people and they make phone call, and people will pay ransom in a country that when you pick a call, as I'm talking with you here now, if anything happen, they know where I am. In Nigeria, the police don't know. Buhari came out and said he has done well. Thank you. He has done well. We have done very well to Nigerians. Let me end up here. Thank you, my sister. Another person can take over.
All right, Mr. Charles, thank you, and thank you for being on this broadcast. Thank you. All right, we have King. How you doing, King?
Yes, good morning. Yeah, good morning, everyone. Yes, I want to make a little bit contribution. Mr. Buhari said he has done well. Yes, really? Yes, sure. Because if you look some of the policy of Buhari, some are nice. Because what make me say some are nice? Because before, I think we in Nigeria, we were playing. We were thinking that maybe politics is for the old men, and we are not interested. Now everybody is interested now, and you look before, nobody cares to go and register voters card, but everybody is running now to register voters card. Before now, people register voters card or even a national identity card just because maybe they want to receive money from their brother in Europe, or maybe they want to receive money or to use to send money. This is the reason why many people will go and register. But now everybody is running. Even when you look at many youths before, many of them can gather up to 5 million, 10 million to travel out from Nigeria. But when the regime of Jonathan, every money was flowing because Jonathan, I will call Jonathan regime entertainment regime, because it was entertainment, because everything was going where you see people moving, going around, moving, eating. But why Buhari regime is a bandit, as a bandit and kidnapping. If you still look at this bandit and kidnapping, many big men and many youths are benefiting from it. Many of them are kidnappers today. At the end of the day, they will tell you they are Yahoo, or they are doing this. At the end of the day, they will kidnap people around them just because they want to make money, fast money. And one thing I would like to tell Nigerians is that we remember 2015. Everybody was thinking Buhari is the Messiah. Everybody was running after Buhari because everybody was running that Buhari is the Messiah, Buhari is the Messiah. But today, everybody is still complaining that Buhari is not good. One thing, we don't need to be running after candidates. We have to look at, even though they said maybe Tinubu is not good, Atiku is not good, Obi is the best candidate now, just because I know that Buhari, APC was gang up, as in was a combination of former thieves, as in for them to compensate themselves. Because if you look at the custom, Buhari took someone from the soldier and put as a custom head. You know, most of those things was Buhari just came to this government to compensate people. The people he has, that is maybe people that they have spent money for years, that they want to recover their money back. Buhari came to recover those money and gave it to them. Of course, now we just have to sit down, watch, keep your PVC. On the day of voting, go there, cast your vote for the rightful person. By advocating, we need this, we need it. This is the same thing we did when we put Buhari there. At the end of the day, Buhari failed. Because one thing I will let Nigeria know, the worst are yet to come. And other issues again, I always tell my friends, do you know if Nigeria starts working today, many people are going to go to prison. Even both the politicians, both the normal civilians, many of them are going to prisons. Where is the prison that is going to size them? Nowhere. We don't have a lot of prisons in Nigeria. Which any government that wants to take over Buhari, that wants to really fight corruption, he has to start building more prisons, because there are many things that is not working in Nigeria, both in the government, both in the individual, everything. Nothing is working. You understand? Not only the government, even when we talk about only federal government, what about state government? Okay, today, do you know a local government does not work? A government will be a governor will be on a post for 4 years. He will elect a local government that will represent his constituency. At the end of the day, he will tie all of them. Maybe 1 year to his tenure to leave. He will inaugurate a local government. At the end of the day, after like 8 months, he will discharge them again, tell them that the house is dissolved. It's wrong. We have to know all this. It's not only talking about the federal government, even in the local level. So many corruption, even in all the sectors in Nigeria. I don't know how to say it. For me, let us just keep calm. Anything Tinubu is saying today, Tinubu has his own right to say anything he wants to say. Atiku has his own right to say, because most of them, they are talking out of frustration, because they are seeing that the people does not want them. They want to force themselves. But you don't have to move with their words. Just look at them. On the day of election, you cast your vote for who you want to cast your vote for. At the end of the day, you go home, so that we should not complicate issue. At the end of the day, will cause problem, because you are saying people said Tinubu is bad, Atiku is bad, this is bad. These people have their own followers too. Look at what happened in Kaduna yesterday. They hired us to go to the PDP rally. At the end of the day, they were fighting. These are Nigerians. These are the people they want to govern. You understand? All those things, even though one of your brother died today, or Northerners die, Yoruba die, Igbo die, these are our brothers. You can't say because they are with Tinubu, they are not your brothers. They are your brothers. Even though Obi came into Obi came to power today, Obi is going to be a president for everybody. He's not going to be a president for who support him. You understand? These are the issues. Let's leave these people. Let them campaign what they want to campaign. Let them say whatever they want to say. On the day of election, take your PVC, vote for the right candidate. This is my own options. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, King. King, I'd like to know where you're joining in from.
From Milan. Hello.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate your time here with us.
Thank you
Please
very
follow
much.
through on our timing. Our newspaper review begins by 10 a.m. and it ends by 11 a.m. So you see, there's a time you try to join in, and I just might not be able to, because I'm working with the timeline here. So please, to my panelists and to each and every one of you, endeavor to keep a date with me every Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. Nigerian time, and Wednesdays, 1 p.m. Mondays and Wednesdays, 1 p.m. Nigerian time. We also have the evening broadcast, the discussions Monday to Thursday, 5 p.m. Nigerian time. We have the debate, 6 p.m. Nigerian time. Ladies and gentlemen, please do well to turn on your notification bell so you get notified. Now, talking about Wednesday broadcast, we have the chat tomorrow, and we have quite a story to talk about. So sometime last week, we had in the news the ongoing Osinachi's case. Some people have come out, I think family or friends have come out to say that she was hopeful, or she kept praying for her husband to change. And now there are questions, or these are patterns, especially when you have someone turning up dead at the end of this tunnel. why do we wait? Why, what is that thing? Why, what do we wait for? You know, at what point are we supposed to take a walk? Yes, I'm not saying that we should be quick to divorce or call for divorce or to go our separate ways, but at what point do we say, see this, I cannot take it anymore? Is it when the deed has been done? Is it when, someone dies in the old scruffle that you now have this regret, or you now have this awareness, or well, that's when you say you wish you had known, all of those stuff. So we need to have that conversation. At what point should one walk away from situations like this? Yes, we should have that talk. And now, while we're going to already have this talk, over the weekend, the IVD case of a woman who has done everything. Story has it that she belts the man. She didn't further her education because she was so in love with the man that the family had to conclude that probably these people have taken some kind of blood oath, because they've always had a very toxic relationship, and the family has tried to intervene or interfere to separate them, but they always find a way to go back to each other. And just recently, before the recent or last incident that took her life, it is said that this couple went their separate ways. They only came back, and just within that short period of time, when they were sure that they didn't want to be in each other's life anymore, the day that they were supposed to go their separate ways, just unfortunately, their emotions, the wife's emotions or the man's emotions, got the better part of them. So please join us on Wednesday as we would be having this talk. See, we'll have the likes of Mr. Kennedy who says it as it is. So please do well to come tomorrow. Let's have this conversation. Let's learn something, and this can be applied into other aspects of our lives. So I'm inviting you, especially for tomorrow's broadcast. Yes, there might be gist there, but there's something to learn from it. It can be anybody. Yeah, it can be anybody. It could have been anybody, rather. It could have been anyone. So please, 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 please don't say I'm not fighting with my spouse, or I'm living in a very peaceful. Let's learn. Let's learn what triggers it. On Monday we talked about some mental health. If you missed it, please follow that broadcast. By Wednesday we'll see how it connects. I hope to have Mr. Insibidi, so we'll see how it connects. Behaviors that makes you know that you have mental illness. So you start checking yourself before it gets to extreme cases where we do radical things like that. All right, thank you very much, Mr. Kennedy. We've come to the close of the broadcast. Thank you for holding it down with me today. Please give your final submission.
Okay. Thank you very much, and thank you again to the panelists and viewers all over the world. I'm not quite sure I understood what the last speaker what he was talking about, but anyway, I want to thank him for being able to come here to give his submission. The last part I want to quickly in a minute or two. I would recommend that the incoming government prosecutes Buhari when he gets out of office, because he has done a lot of havoc to this country. But I'm quite sure that the wife is trying to, prepare a grant for defense for him by saying the husband has a PTSD, post-stress, post-traumatic stress disorder, so that when they get to court, the woman is going to say, this man is, has not been in his right SENSES or whatever. I don't want to say the word here. So that is why he was behaving that way. I think that's what the wife is trying to do. But the court should throw out that they should throw that out, and give him the proper verdict, because this man has destroyed all the facet. He has destroyed everything about Nigeria, and he's still here talking. So I don't want to talk more. I'm recommending that he should be prosecuted when he gets out of office, so that we can have we can all be relieved and try moving back to the country where we were born. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. And this is also a special invitation for tomorrow's broadcast, Mr. Kennedy. I am taking out time to invite you, especially on the chat tomorrow.
Yes, I'm sorry, we lost one of a very prominent security man here in Nagoya, Japan, and tomorrow might be the wake keep or whatever. So, but I'm sure I should be able to make it. I'll be there. But let me see how it goes.
Okay, I really hope to have you on the broadcast. Thank you very much. In line with what Mr. Kennedy said, Johnson Emmanuel says that the incoming government should probe all past leaders, not only Buhari. That would be unfair. Really? Okay, I think this is a rather conversation worthy for a debate. Should all the past leaders, really, to be unfair? Are we going to compare the atrocities, or are we going to compare the crimes during Buhari's regime to the other ones? Okay, we'll move on to the next panelist, Mr. Pansat. Mr. Pansat, please, your final submission.
Thank you very much. I mean, there's no comparison. This is not my submission, but I just want to answer that last rhetorical question you posed there. Not even Abacha is comparable to Buhari. He's a very horrible president. If that's him there now, I think we're even lucky that the original Buhari is way, way worse. But what I want to end my submission today on is for the young people. I want them to understand, obviously, once you make it to a political science class, even politics 101, one of the first things you will learn is that politics is violence. That's the definition of politics. It's violence. So I don't want everybody to think that come February, they're going to have an election, it's going to be benign, and whoever wins it gets the power. Not even in developed countries do you have such a rosy scenario. It could happen, be an exception. But in that country, there's something you feel in the air from today. I don't know if you've paid attention to news, to the activities of politicians, their rhetoric, and the usual cadre of individuals like Erufai, Tinubu, and his supporters. There is, you could say, I can sense it now gelling into a violent thing. Normally, when you talk, people are going to say, "Oh, look, are you promoting violence? Are you doing this?" Yes. Were you addressing me?
Please round off your submission, sir.
Oh, okay. Is that fast? Okay. So all I want to say then, my key thing, I'm trying to tell our people, modern states are compulsory associations. Okay. The domination is organized. If you want to elect somebody this February, you have to be ready, prepared to obey the law, but be ready to challenge any sort of violence that is illegal. You have to defend yourself. When you come out to protest or whatever you have to do to defend your votes, know that there's violence coming. Okay? That's what politics is. Nobody's just going to hand over power to you. So be ready, the men and women. You're going to go out there as patriotic Nigerians, do the right thing, be legal, but don't let them use strong arm tactics to take the country back again, because we can't afford it. We have to do everything. I am trying to admonish everybody today. It's not like it be a violence-free thing. It's not. There's going to be violence. There's going to be all kinds of things, but be ready. Protect yourself, be law-abiding, but don't let anybody use intimidation or violence to take power from the people. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pansat. Mr. NCBD, please.
Yes, thank you so much for another very educative and informative session. Well, I think I'll just close by saying, these people, they don't have any other thing. It's desperation we are seeing. They've seen that by, debates, policies, and every other thing, they are no match for Peter Obi campaign or Peter Obi himself. So what do you think they will do? They are now desperately trying to explore that ethnic and religious tribal sentiments That's just the thing now that they have, nothing else. Whether it's APC or PDP, wherever you want to call them, because to me they are both sides of the same coin. They just reshuffle themselves. So the thing is, they don't have any other thing. So we have to be careful not to. Unfortunately, I keep on saying our main problem right now before these politicians are these stooges that they have everywhere. These stooges, these people that they kind of pay and to kind of go to the grassroots and do all this, to just explore that poverty that they have created themselves. That's why they are very comfortable living, with them they are very comfortable for their people to live in poverty because they know that they will need it in times like this. Because those people can do anything for 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. So, but the good thing is that a lot of our people are waking up. People are waking up, a lot of them, but there are still some people. Look at the so-called, not all market women, but we have seen some of them saying they are market women and all that, going everywhere, giving them uniform. Then they are there singing, jumping, collecting how much. That's the weaponization of poverty that we are talking about. So we need to be very careful um, with this their lies, instigation. Look at what someone like Erufai said, that in a normal society, he should be investigated because he lied on Peter Obi's head. Look at what he said in the Arewa house, that Obi arrested him. Then when they went back to dig back at his interview of those time when he was allegedly or so-called detained in Anambra for 48 hours in his hotel, he said it himself that it was an order from above, from the federal government, from the person in charge then. So how is it that how many years later he's coming back and he's saying that it's Peter Obi because he wants to explore that option? So people need to be careful with this is how they play politics. They don't have any other thing. Now it's only that tribal hate that they are trying to create. Divisive religion, everything. They are throwing it out there. So please let us be wise and let's make sure that we tell them that we let them know that all those times have passed. Thank you so much. And I'm looking
Thank
forward to the chat tomorrow. And I hope people will turn up. Please, people, share the inform as much as as much people as you can inform. It's usually very interesting for us to have those kind of conversations. Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Nsubide, and I really look forward to having you tomorrow. Thank you. Mr. Chubuzo, please, in 1 minute, give your final submission.
Yeah, Emma, thank you once again. Let me refresh your mind again. Whatever kind of politics we are playing, I don't subscribe Obi to prosecute anybody. The only thing I can advise him is let him use a system. Those systems will flush these people and bring them to the court of law. Because if he go there now and start, acting, he may lose focus, and that will make him not accomplish what he's trying to do for Nigeria. So let him create what they call a conciliation committee. If he can do that, because Nigeria needs that, because the kind of politics we're playing in Nigeria is not a normal politics. It's a kind of apartheid kind of raw politics. So if we have that reconciliation committee, then create a system that can back it up. So those type of systems, now we bring these people, you will be seeing them surrendering all kind of things they have looted by themselves. So I will not subscribe for Obi to attack anybody. Let him go there, do what Nigeria need, and not to attend any political fight with any opposition, both Tinubu, both Verify, but whoever that is in politics. He mustn't go after anybody. Let him create a system that will make them come and confess by themselves. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that. This is a reminder to those that are yet to get their PVC PVC, please do well to go pick up your PVC, locate your center, and do well to pick up your card. Please take out time. It is very, very important. That's the most important thing. Okay, getting it is okay. Yes, but voting on that day is the most important thing. That's everything. That's everything that has brought us to this moment. So please go get your PVC. If you are yet to, take out time. It's very important. So please take out time to do this. And also familiarize you guys with our super thanks option for those watching. For you watching the replay, hi, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Please do want to click on the super thanks to support us. Thank you. Thank you so very much. All right. Mr. Vine Maxwell. Okay, I think we've lost Mr. Vine Maxwell. Oh, Mr.
Thank you.
Okay, your final submission, please.
I should have been there, I think, the third or fourth person to, but I don't know why I came last. Anyway, I would like to say this. Muhammad Buhari's regime has caused a lot of problems and mayhem. He has also committed crimes against humanity on the people of Nigeria. I suggest that ICC prosecutes him. Those governors on whose states most of these crimes were committed against Nigeria, those violent crimes against Nigerians, the general officers commanding divisions, the brigade commanders, the battalion commanders, and those commanders on the field that were carrying out those senseless orders to kill, to use what we call the last resort, the use of deadly force on innocent, unarmed Nigerians must be brought to book. That is my own on that issue. And I believe also that with the foundation, I know most people will disagree with me, with the foundation in which Nigeria is being operated right now, I don't see Peter Obi. I would have loved him to take the mantle of leadership in that country. But with the foundation there in place, I don't think that he is going to make any difference other than what we have seen already. Most people will disagree with me, but only time will tell. Nigerians, God bless you and give you someone that is going to take care of you in a good manner, not like this one that witnessed and those in the past. Thank you and God bless you.
So,
all right,
Mr. Vine. So, Mr. Vine, who do you see any difference with? Is it Tinubu or Atiku? Because
I don't see any.
Yeah, but somebody must take the mantle. So who would you prefer to take the mantle among these people?
I don't think that's the right question, because he say whoever is coming in, as long as they are going to be using the constitution, that therein lies the problem. So the question now should be: can't the new government change the constitution? Can't the foundation be rebuilt? So are you crossing on that one?
Exactly. And who would you like to rebuild that? Who would you like to potentially rebuild that foundation among these three candidates?
Excuse me. Remember what Erufai speak in Kaduna about this very constitution. I don't know anybody hear him talk about the constitution. He said it will remain unchanged. That is their tradition. So if you can play that video, you will hear.
You see, this is where I always have problem. You see, the statement that is coming there, and they are telling you that that constitution will not be changed. And that is how they are trying to tinker it. They are trying to amend. You cannot amend what is unamendable. You cannot. That constitution is the problem of Nigeria. I would like to see Nigerians in one voice, especially those that are badly affected by this constitution, to show, I do not know how they are going to do it, to begin to come out and declare what I call force majeure on that constitution, so that the people themselves can come out and decide on the foundation, lay down foundation that is going to take care of everybody, both the major ethnic groups and the minority groups in that country. If not, even if you put 100 P2B there, he will come and go. the status quo will remain. Thank you.
I'm so sorry, Ima, my sister. I know that you're rounding up, but I think it's just very important for me to say this to our people. Please, you see this thing that sometimes we make some. I like the way Vin has ended, his statement. So I'm not coming at you. That's people need to come out because that's the larger point I'm trying to make. But please let us avoid all these things of always saying, making definite statement that is coming from that sounds like it's coming from a place of accepting defeat and hopelessness. When people say that somebody said that the constitution can never be changed, so what are we going to do? Nobody can do anything. When are we going to understand that it is the people that can change their own situation for the better? That is how it's done everywhere in the world. No matter how far it has gone. No, just wait, let me finish. No matter how far it has gone, please let us have this thing in our heads that it is you as a citizen, it is you, the people, that will rise up and take back your country. We are talking about taking it back. We are not talking about what is happening. We already know how decayed, even as confirmed by Tinubu, rotten the system is. But we are not going to now, fold our hands and stay down and accept defeat. That is how people rise, and that's how solutions are created all over the world. Please let us make sure that we are always passing that message.
You see, the truth must be told. You see, most of this we do.
What I'm saying is not about the truth. It's not about the truth. Everybody knows the truth. Try to understand what I'm saying.
What I'm trying to tell you, that constitution was made 1999 outside Nigerian people. That one must be established. And since that time, the people that you have voted in there, the lawmakers, instead of them now looking for a way to remove it, in line with what the people are saying, are busy trying to retune, fine-tune it. You cannot retune what is designed to benefit a particular ethnic group in that place. That is the problem I have with it. That's the problem. And I do not know the number of legislators, representatives, or senators Labour Party will amass in that National Assembly that will help him to move the bill that is acceptable in that National Assembly. This is where I am talking about.
We are talking about people revolution, and you're talking about senators and House of Representatives. That's not. We are not using the same word.
All right, gentlemen. So that is to say that it is achievable. There are processes to this, and I mean, if we are ready for it, then it will definitely happen. So thank you. We'll be moving on from that. But talking about this constitution change is a topic, or yes, it's a broadcast that we should have solely on its own. All right, thank you so very much for joining me on to this broadcast. It's been a good one. It's been a good one. So thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you very much. We're having a final submission from King. King, please give your final submission.
Yes, thank you very much. My advice to our people is that we should not, anything we are doing, we should not be emotion to, or maybe be angry to make our leader. God knows the best. There are so many things that have happened in Nigeria, and if those kind of things happen in other countries, it will cause a lot of revolution and all those. God is on our side. Everybody has his own opinion. For me, I know everybody is moving for Obi, but I know Obi cannot do it alone. We all have to come together. Even though Obi emerged today, Obi is going to be for the PDP and for the APC and for the bad and for the good. And one thing we need to understand, everybody has to say whatever he wants to say, but by the grace of God, God knows who is going to emerge, and we don't want the bad one to emerge. We want the good ones to emerge so that things can be okay for the common Nigerians, and everybody can benefit from the country. For me, this is my own opinion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, King, for being on the broadcast. Thank you to each and every one of you. Please Join me tomorrow on the chat. Join me every day, Monday through to Saturday on newspaper review. Join the rest of our lineups, the discussions and the debate. Please take out time to join our program. So my amazing panelists, thank you so very much for today. We've had an amazing one, and I appreciate each and every one of you. To those whose day is way ahead of us, have a good one. Continue to have a good one. And to those whose dawn is yet to break, coming to the day, it's going to be a beautiful one for you. So thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mommy Diaspora is asking if the Constitution is written on stone. Well, it is changeable, and we will begin to do something. We Nigerians will be having that conversation about our Constitution very soon. I believe every area is about to be touched. All right, a big thank you once again. I wish you a wonderful day. Yes, may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and may God bless Nigerians home and abroad. Until I come your way tomorrow, please stay safe. Bye for now.